Good Thursday morning, Kentuckiana. Another foggy drive into work, and we know rain is on the horizon. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Brooke Hash, joined by meteorologist Matt Breland to talk about how long this weather will last. I hear the weekend is shaping up to be a good one.
As soon as we get to the weekend, Brooke, things do get better, but we still have a little ways before we get there. You'll notice just clusters of showers starting to arrive closer towards us here in Kentuckiana, with these cloudy skies still continuing. As we head later on into the day, this cluster of showers is going to start arriving, and once they arrive, it's going to be a rainy pattern for all of us for the rest of our Thursday and all day Friday. Temperatures currently into the mid-40s for us. 45 Scottsburg, 45 Bedford, 48 near Brandenburg. Futurecast as we head throughout the next upcoming hours. We're going to stay cloudy with those showers arriving closer to the afternoon time, and then those showers become more numerous as we head throughout the later parts of the evening, with more of us expected to see those showers. But definitely throughout the overnight hours, expect just continuous heavy rainfall that will be arriving all throughout our Friday morning and steadily throughout our Friday afternoon. We are going to be in for quite a rainy pattern tomorrow. Here's a look at your bus stop forecast. Hopping on the school bus, 47 degrees with cloudy skies, and then the rain showers start developing later on into your afternoon, with temperatures barely reaching the lower 50s. So we do have excessive rainfall in the forecast for our Friday. It is going to be a very messy day. 1 to 3 inches of rainfall will be possible. We'll have all the details about that forecast coming up here in a few short minutes. Here's an update on traffic this morning. We do have some slow spots to report on I-65 northbound. We do have an exit ramp blocked due to a crash headed onto Preston Highway, and also on the Gene Snyder, the left-hand shoulder is blocked due to a crash on the Gene Snyder headed eastbound after exit 19 onto Billtown Road. Also, I-64 is staying slow this morning too because of that traffic headed eastbound and westbound into and out of the Louisville Metro. We'll continue keeping you updated on that as we go throughout the show.
Matt, thank you. All new here at 8 o'clock. GE Appliances is set to make a large supply chain announcement today, showing the economic ripple effect of its U.S. manufacturing investment. The company said it will award substantial contracts to U.S.-based suppliers, including Kentucky and 9 additional states. This multi-million-dollar announcement is incremental to what has been announced previously and builds on the company's historic $3 billion investment over the next 5 years to expand its manufacturing footprint in the United States, creating 1,000 jobs. Governor Andy Beshear will be joined by GE officials during his Team Kentucky update today at 1:30 to discuss the news. We'll stream that live on WHAS11.com. Police are calling it a family affair. A Louisville mother and son face multiple felony charges, accused of running a stolen car ring. Metro Police arrested 43-year-old Crystal Meredith and 18-year-old Mark Hernandez in connection to this case. According to their arrest citation, Hernandez and others stole multiple cars from several victims, moved them to a second location while Meredith, his mother, followed behind to drive them home. Wednesday morning, a judge set Hernandez's bond at $50,000, Meredith's bond at $25,000. Both are expected back in court December 1st. This morning, a Louisville man is facing charges for a shooting at Kroger during Derby weekend. That video shows the moments right after the shooting on May 3rd. LMPD said 28-year-old Reggie Rahim fired shots into that crowd gathered outside on West Broadway's Kroger. 2 people died, another person injured. Rahim is at Metro Corrections facing charges of murder for that shooting and other unrelated crimes. And a man also in custody in connection to a deadly stabbing from over the summer. A grand jury indicted 34-year-old Antoine Simmons on 1 count of murder. In August, police found a victim with multiple stab wounds on a house on Johnsontown Way. He later died at U of L Hospital. Simmons is at Metro Corrections. Today, Louisville crews are still monitoring ponds and streams for runoff from that tragic UPS plane crash 2 weeks ago. City officials say the cleanup is almost complete. Our Gabriel Gonzalez is in studio with us this morning. Gabe, MSD said it only has about 3 sites left to clean.
Hey, good morning, Brooke. MSD said drinking water is still safe, but they are urging people to avoid northern and southern ditches and Pond Creek and to keep pets away from those areas. MSD Chief of Government and Public Affairs said, quote, it's estimated around 95% of those materials that were spilled during the crash have been collected. That person also said over 900,000 gallons of oily liquid were collected. Cleanup efforts are now focused on 3 sites: Melco Basin near the crash, Pond Creek off Outer Loop, and the creek near Legacy Park. A representative told us how the cleanup efforts work.
These are floating devices that go across the creek, and that absorbs and collects any oil and some of that runoff that is going downstream.
Energy and Environment Cabinet and U.S. EPA will review water samples before cleanup is completed. The sampling should be coming within the next couple of months. He added that is out in an abundance of caution. Now, if you still see oil, debris, or any discoloration in a waterway, you can report it by calling MSD at 502-540-6000. Brooke.
Gabe, thank you. Take a look at this. The new normal for Quantum Inc., one of dozens of businesses affected by that UPS plane crash. This morning, those employees will be back in their vice president's basement trying to make ends meet. Quantum Inc. President Adam Bland said his business, which does ink printing for various products, is operating at about 60% capacity. He said there are vats of ink sitting in that warehouse off Milton Avenue right now that'll need to be dumped. That's another hurdle Bland and his employees are trying to overcome.
With the size that our company's become, 55 employees, 50,000 pounds a day, anybody that's letting us use space to manufacture and do what we do, we're quickly overwhelming their infrastructure. So there's no home for us. We're homeless in this world of making inks.
Bland says they can get into their building at certain times to grab what they can, but they've decided to move most of their manufacturing to a plant in Texas and building a new Albany that a customer lent to them. Bland said the company is down $250,000 in expedited freight cost alone due to the disruption. Don't forget, tonight the Louisville Orchestra is hosting a tribute concert to honor the lives lost, the 3-man flight crew and 11 people on the ground. The free event is starting at 6 tonight at Whitney Hall at the Kentucky Center for Performing Arts. Music begins at 7. The city says it will also provide free parking for that concert off the garage at 6th Street. Well, right now, this building, the former Kroger on South 3rd Street, is officially on the market and looking for a new owner. You can see video of that store with an auction sign on its door as crews clean it out. The Kroger location in the Wilder Park neighborhood was one of 60 stores across the U.S. set to close. In a statement, Jessica Sharp with the Kroger Company said the auction signage referred only to an equipment auction taking place inside the building and is not related to the sale of the property. Food pantry shelves are emptying out, and the Archdiocese of Louisville says it needs help to keep them stocked. Archbishop Sheldon Faub put out the urgent call yesterday. Catholic Charities in Louisville said it's seeing a big increase in the number of people coming to the pantries. They normally serve around 130 families a week, but now they're serving more than 150, and they're asking for your help.
So some staples that we can always use are peanut butter, canned tuna or tuna pouches, baby food, shelf-stable milk is a big one. Frozen meat is always appreciated, really everything, but those shelf-stable canned fruits and vegetables, fruit cups.
Like many other food pantries, Catholic Charities also noticed an increase when SNAP benefits were put on hold. If you need assistance or would like to donate to your local pantry, look at your screen. The organization hosts this food pantry every Wednesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to noon, except on Thanksgiving. To schedule a drop-off time or set up a donation drive, you can email donations@archlou.org. Happening today, the Salvation Army in Southern Indiana and Duke Energy are packing up food for the Angel Tree program. The two organizations have partnered together the past several years to bring food to families in need. Today, volunteers are working from 9 to 11:30 at 2300 Green Valley Road. That's in front of Green Valley Elementary.